Okay, little update. About a month, a little over a month late, but not a month late, but a little over a month since I made the last one. I meant to make one before now, but that's okay. We got the last thing that I was showing, that it was that we had a problem with our heated hose for our water for the RV. Anyway, I got one of those back. I went ahead and returned the 100 foot. Let's get to the box. The 100 foot. Amazon was great about it. I mean, they didn't really even ask. I wrote a little bitty, I think it was 250 characters description of why I'm returning it. I mean, I basically told them that I kind of messed it up, but they didn't ask any questions. They refunded me pretty quick. So I went ahead and ordered another one and a 50 footer. And all total, I think we need about 135 foot. I haven't measured it out, but I knew that would get us covered right there. The hard part was each one of them have the plug, so I had to get, and it's all over there is where I'm gonna have to plug them in. So because the 100 footers right here. Actually, we're temporarily using the 35 footer right now, and it's hooked up over there where the last 100 footer was. So when I ordered these two, we just hooked up the 35 foot. I stretched it out this time instead of coiled it up. That's what messed the other one up. Or Becky actually did this for me while I was at work. So stretched that out, got this hooked up. This is kind of temporary because this water source right here that we're using comes from our pump house. And keep everybody from getting dizzy over there. And so our water access is over there. It's the only one we had. And that pipe runs right across the yard, right here. Somewhere in that area, under the trailer. So that's where the pond's going. So obviously we had to get another water source. That's why I had to order these two hoses, because we got this long run. There's a spigot up in the very front of the house that I'm going to plug it up. Like I said, the problem is we got to plug one in at the spigot, which is around the corner, and I just basically drilled a hole in the brick, and I'm making up a SO cord or an extension cord for it, plugging it in inside the house. Same thing with this one here. I'm going up there. It's going through a hole that was already there, and this house is old. It has holes all in the brick, so I just used some of them. Just going in there, orange cord above the. Alright, Becky and the girls make fun of me for doing this, pointing and all that, but I don't know how else to show it. It's right there, going in. So she's at Home Depot right now getting the accordions. I'm gonna make them up, plug them in. They're gonna plug that one in, that one right there, and plug it in here. And there's, like I say, one out the corner. I got the cord sticking out from the 35 foot. So I'm adding them together, and it gets us the water from a different spot, so that we can demo that pipe that's in the ground. It's a bunch of prep work just to be able to take a pipe out, but hey, it's got to be done. They did the hole. So anyway, that's the update on that. The hoses work great. Again, that's what I said before. I just messed ours up. So, we have that covered. And an update on the house stuff is we've been clearing more stuff out of the house, the old house, and it's stored in here. It's actually doing pretty good. This pile's got a little bigger, but that's okay because we hung some of the signs. I just hung them up just to get them out of the way for now, because they're all going to go in the shop eventually. So yeah, we got a pretty big pile here. We just made it through Christmas. There's our Christmas stuff. So we got it packed back up for the year. So that should be the last time we have to put it all in here. Hopefully we'll have a house a year from now, or a little less than a year from now. But that is about it as far as progress. I haven't done a whole lot. I'm building this little, back to the hose thing, I'm building this little thing to drive over. It's actually upside down right now. I just put these two pieces of scrap wood on the bottom because I laid the hose on the ground, built the little thing around it, the board and everything. Well, obviously this isn't level. There's little divots in here and there, and the hose kind of worked its way underneath the 2x6s and it gets pinched, you know, so it kind of defeats the whole purpose. I did this because it's on rock. I didn't want this, I don't remember how much this thing was, $200 for the 100-footer, $210 hose. I didn't want to get damaged on the rocks and start leaking that way, so anyway, just trying to prevent a bunch of stuff, a bunch of bad things. So, that is the update. For now, we got some good news a couple times now about what we're gonna let me flip this thing around here. If I can. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we got some good news. A couple pieces of good news actually. The most recent one, a couple days ago. Yeah, yesterday. Friday, yeah, yesterday we went to the credit union and checked on getting the land. That's one thing I want to show. Getting the land surveyed, resurveyed. It's basically splitting it in half. It's 1.25 acres, roughly, the whole piece of property. And just to avoid complications when we start building a new house on an existing piece of land, you know, that's financed, it just sounds complicated to me and it sounds like trouble later on. We wanted to get it resurveyed so that we didn't have those issues. Now, the first lien holder, which is our credit union, still will own the land even though it's surveyed differently. But as soon as we pay this old house off, which hopefully I'm looking at maybe 3 years is our plan, then we will own that piece of land with the house on it. We will also own the land that the new house is on. The only thing that will be financed is the new house. And then hopefully maybe 10 years we'll have it paid off. That's the plan. So, but in the meantime, we're going to have it surveyed. So we go ahead and get, another thing is the 911 address and the insurance. You can't, they don't want to insure it because it's, I'm going to have to edit this part because I lost my train of thought. They don't want to insure it because it didn't have its own 911 address. So, we want to keep our old address. We're going to move it down to the new house eventually, and we're going to put a new one here. But we have to have it surveyed as a separate piece of land to do that. So what we're going to do is just on this side of the driveway there, just put a privacy fence all the way, kind of like right here, basically along the driveway, and then as close to the carport here as we can, without, you know, have a little, maybe a 4 or 5 foot easement there, so it'll be, oh, it's hard to kind of see this. Oops, my nose is red. Okay. Right in here somewhere, and it's going to go to that pump house. We're just going to capture. We just want the pump house and the house to be on that piece of land. Everything else to be on this piece of land. So, from ditch to ditch, privacy fence. And we're also going to put a big old gate right here that can be swung open. If we ever have a family member or friend, whatever, that needs to live in this house, we can enable them to do that and not be so impersonal as coming in over that driveway. Anyway, that's just a little personal touch we wanted to do. Yeah, so we're surveying. That was good news that I didn't even get to that part, did I? That we went to the credit union to inquire about that, and I thought it was going to be a big deal, and they were going to have to check our equity and what we have and all that stuff. So I didn't know how that was going to work. We told them what we wanted to do and why we were doing it, and they're good. They were like, went and checked, and was like, she didn't have a problem. She went to talk to her boss or whatever, I guess, I don't know, the main real estate lady. And she said, I don't have a problem with it. So we're going to be able to do that. And that was really good news. The other good news was the SBA loan. Oh yeah, we got some bad news, kind of, we thought, and this is the government. Every time we talk to somebody different at the SBA, they tell us something different. So it's like a roller coaster dealing with these people, but it's worth it because of the terms. They're really good terms, and they're being pretty lenient when it's all said and done. So they called and told us that it was going to require an inspection, what we wanted to do as far as rebuilding on the same piece of land, which we had already been told before it was not a problem. Now all of a sudden a different person's telling us, oh, that's a problem, we're going to have to send an inspector. So they sent an inspector. She acted like, no big deal, I'll just put you down, I'll switch you from a repair to a rebuild. She was here like 10 minutes. So again, it's like a roller coaster. It was like, oh, you're not going to be able to do it. Oh, okay, it's no problem, you got it. I mean, then we get a call from our case manager a couple days later, a few days later, and she said, hey, we think everything's a go. We just got to wait a little bit longer to go to the next step, but it shouldn't be as long as we've typically been waiting. So that was 2 pieces of really good news. I won't believe it until we get money, we get the first draw, but all we can do is prepare until then that we're gonna do it. So, and we hope we can do it. So anyway, till next time, that's update number whatever. I'll try to get it sooner next time. That's what I wanted to do.